Okay, this is one of the equipment that I normally use when I know I have a problem, my back is hurting, I have a problem with my hip. Maybe I have a hip mobility problem, or I feel like my hips are not giving me enough energy on my squatting. I have knees shaking in when I'm doing my squats, or when I'm doing lunges, the knee is shaking like this. This is not needed in this because it can cause a problem. It will risk your hip problem or your lower back problem when you're doing that. So for you to improve this, that's why you see a lot of people using the band on your squats on their legs, is to use the band to stop your knees from shaking, and it will give you engage the right muscles when you're squatting. That's why you can start squatting with this band like this just to control it. But sometimes when you're squatting, you will feel your knees shaking like that. But because you're focusing on the weight and the pressure, you will not remember about the knee. So if you put this on your knees here, the higher you bring it here, this location there, you will not shake your knees when you're coming in, because if you shake your knees, the tighter the band will push you inside and it will force you to engage all these muscles so that you can feel it 100% on what you're doing. So this is the work of this band. I see a lot of people, maybe they think when you're using the band, it's something uh, to do with the muscle growth. No, it's to make you, to remind you to engage the muscles. Like if I'm reminded to work the muscles that I need to do, I will have to focus more, then my production of what I'm doing will be more. So what I'm working on is the foundation of building up my strength without that. And then after using the band, you can now try squatting without uh, using the band. You can just try squatting without using the band, and you'll find out that you can still remember how to do that because your body is getting used to like this manner, not this manner. See, sometimes you move your knees like that, and when you move your knees like this when you're squatting, what is happening is you're feeling too much pressure inside here and also on the angle here, and sometimes on your back here. So if you keep on doing more repetitions, it can risk something, you know. So that's why we need to learn to use the band sometimes when squatting. It's a small equipment, but it has a lot of benefits for you to improve in your workouts. So how do you do this? It's pushing the leg up in front like that. I'm already working this one. As you can see, all this active from back here. And this works for people who have a hip mobility and stability problem and they can't stabilize their hip on both sides. That's why you have to do all this kind of workout. This and then going side, squatting on the side. This will help you a lot to improve your hip. And this is not exercise for the women or men only. This is everybody. Everybody must do this one, especially when you're warming up, like after, before you just come to the gym, after the treadmill, walking on the treadmill 10 15 minutes, you can just come here if you know you have a leg day and do all this kind of workout. So if I wake up in the morning and I feel my hip is so tight, this is not one of the hardest things that I need to do. Just like that, I'm not going down, but me going down, squatting halfway like this, it's engaging and it's activating all these muscles to make me ready to my workout. So one another thing that I forgot to talk about is pushing back. Don't kick back. This is going to help you also to engage the side muscle here. This on the back behind here. So when I'm pushing, all this is engaged. All this is engaged here. And you need to remember that you have to push the leg like that and also try to have a muscle mind connection on what you're working on. This is going to help you improve your back. Try to keep your leg as straight as you can. If you keep on doing more, you will feel how active it is on the side of your back here. Very nice. If I turn like that, you can see. I wish you were able to see what is happening inside, but pushing my leg back like this, all muscles are engaged. So I need only 10 reps. Left and right is 1. I can do 10. If I'm doing 10 reps, I have to keep on pausing inside. But for most people, they can do it and keep on going and do high repetition in this, 20 to 15 reps in each movement. Another thing is the side leg raises. Extension, like push the legs all the way away from your body and try to pause it. Do not move too fast like that. The bands need to be controlled, and you're the driver. So keep on driving the band on the side, feel the side muscles here. So all this is the side lower body exercises that needs to be engaged in your program so that you can get a hip that is strong for you to be squatting stronger to doing all this. And you just need a small band like this is not a hard workout for anyone. Anybody can do that. And once you're doing this, you need to avoid doing that. Just stick your body, keep your body tight, and lift the leg alone. Push it on the side. For those people who are advanced and they need it to be more effective, push it on the side here. Do the same thing. Lift the leg on the side. Holding a stick here, you can hold something and just push the band on the side like this. This is also working on the same side on the hip. So how many things am I working on here? Balance, stability on this leg, working on the side of my muscles on the side here. 15. So I'm pushing the knee outside, controlling it. But this doesn't need a beginner, it needs someone who's advanced. And if you do this, if you have a stiffness on your lower back, on the lower legs here, on your hip, the whole hip will be safe. You will not be feeling a lot of pain on your hip when you're doing that. So I'm going to do a few reps on this to show you on how to do this for the first one as I walk around. Let's go. Good. Too much fire. I'm telling you, it's not easy. After you finish doing this, trust me, you will feel your hip is very loose and you feel so light when you're walking even, because you're trying to challenge and activate the muscle that you need to use when you're doing these things. So the other thing is when I'm pushing it back, the donkey kick, push it back like this, the same way. You can do as many as you can. But the secret is to pausing. Do not move fast like that if you don't know what you're doing, unless you're doing jumping jacks or like that. You can move faster because this is a quick movement. Breathing is also very important when you're doing that. Now, that's one of another movement that you really need to engage in your programs. The second movement that is still improving my legs stability on the floor. So I'm gonna raise this up on the side and then push it there. And then repeat again. Push it up like that. The same thing, I need to learn to engage my hands when you're moving that. And push it on the side. Push it on the side. Push it on the thigh. Try to do 10 to 15 reps of this and you'll feel your hip very loose and nice. Trust me. This is the simple thing that we forget to do, but they're very important things. Breathing is very important. Mostly the sports guys, they do this. The sprinters, if you know you're a sprinter, a basketballer, a footballer, any game that you know you're using your legs, it's very important to work on your hip mobility and your hip strength. That's why this resistance band is going to help you improve on that. I just did a few, but I'm feeling like My hip is already open already. So for those people who want to improve more and moving steps forward, you move the step like that, push it on the side. Reverse. You see, this is also giving me a challenge on my coordination. Left to right. Focus. It's very important. Challenge. And we're always here for that. Now I'm feeling all this. I know we all ignore this, but it's really important once you try to do them and you notice on how to do the stuff by yourself. Next time I'm going to show you on how to work on your arms or your shoulders to strengthen your shoulders when you're using the same band. This can make your shoulders very strong. It can make your upper chest or your elbows or your wrist get stronger. If you're having a problem with the wrist, the elbows here, or if you're having a problem with the shoulders here, you don't know how to engage your shoulders, uh, this will teach you on how to engage your shoulders, especially when you're using it. So I will show you